Hi, I'm Divija. I'm a full-time controls engineer and a part-time traveler. For my life to look like this, and this, I work a 9 to 5 job. Most of the time from the office, but sometimes I travel for work. But first, let me tell you what I do as a controls engineer. So this is what I do. I'm a controls engineer on the electrical engineering side. I work for a company called Interlocks. We are conveyor belts manufacturing company. No, not for airports. We belong to the material handling industry. When people ask me what I do for my work, this is what I tell them. Imagine Amazon and how there are countless of orders being placed on Amazon every single day, and it is not impossible, but it's a very tedious task for humans to sort these packages to their respective destinations. So that's when our conveyor belts come to rescue. So the conveyor belts we make, so they sort these packages to the destinations in a more quicker and an efficient way. So I work on the design and automation of these conveyor belts. Okay, so let's go back to site, but I won't be showing you any of the conveyor belts that we design because I'd like to keep my job. I live in Maryland. I recently moved apartments closer to DC because I wanted metro and walkability. I hardly stayed in my new apartment for 2 weeks, barely unpacked, and I started my work travel. I went to New Jersey for a week. I took an Amtrak from Maryland to reach New Jersey. I reached New Jersey, went to the rental car facility in the airport. I'm an Emerald member on National Car Rental, so I just directly headed to the car parking, picked a car of my choice, and drove away. This is the hotel I stayed at. I always stay at a Hilton when I'm on work travel, and my company pays for all my travel expenses, but I'm very mindful of those expenses. The next morning, I went to work. I'm in New Jersey for a site visit, and this is my fit. When I travel for work, I go to sites where these big conveyor belts are to test them and ensure they are working correctly. The conveyors are usually in these big warehouses, and wearing the safety gear is a must. So hard hat, high visibility vest, safety toe shoes, and safety glasses too sometimes. So this is how I got my job. So I've studied electrical engineering all my life, my undergraduation, and I did my master's in electrical engineering in USA. I also did thesis. It was a collaboration between electrical engineering and animal psychology, and I made a Bluetooth and a remote controlled robotic model to study the psychology of squirrels. I even had a paper published. So this thesis was in robotics and the controls engineering side, which gave me the exposure and the opportunity to apply for the controls engineering jobs. And I found a job as a controls engineer on LinkedIn, on Interlocks, and I applied for it, but from their website directly, not on LinkedIn. And I got an interview and then I got a job. So that's how I did it. So when I was in New Jersey for my work travel, I posted a day in my life as a controls engineer, and I got like hundreds and hundreds of messages and comments from people asking me what I exactly do for my job, how I got it, and everything. So now you know. A big concern for me when I travel is food. I'm a vegetarian, and the location the sites usually are not that populated, and they are a little far away from the good restaurants. I literally survived on Subway for 3 months, and I had a terrible unhealthy weight loss once. So after many failed attempts, I finally learned to eat better when I'm traveling. I buy avocados, some fruit, healthy snacks which I eat for breakfast or when I'm in need of a snack. And I compromise a little on either lunch or dinner, and I try to keep the other healthy. I had an early day on site, so I just had a protein shake. When I travel for work, it is very hard for me to work out. I mean, I'm physically very active when I'm on site because the conveyors are so long that I walk from one corner to the other, climb up and down the stairs, but I don't get a chance to do targeted workouts. And I eat not so healthy food. And people don't realize it, but skinny fat is a thing. Anyway, whenever I'm on New Jersey side, I have a late lunch because I like to go to Indian Street in Jersey City and eat a lot of Indian food. But I also get hangry if I don't eat on time. So I have snacks with me all the time. After work, I drove to Jersey City, and I'm a South Indian, and South Indian food is my comfort food. I had idli sambar and upma pesra too. After this heavy, hearty meal, I took a break of 2 hours and went for a swim. I recently learned how to swim, and I can't get enough of it. Swimming came to my rescue as a workout during my work travel. Then I got rid of all the chlorine from my hair. I'm a naturally curly haired girl. I learned to tame my wild curls after a very long time in my life. I use a leave-in conditioner, curl gel, mousse to retain my curls. It's a long process but totally worth it. I sleep in a silk bonnet to secure my curls. This is me almost every morning. I worked from my hotel that day and went to site in the afternoon for a bit. I was really excited for this day because I was going to New York City, my most favorite place in the country. Dinner this day was at Michelin Chef Vikas Khanna's restaurant Bungalow. It's very hard to get reservations, but since I was on a solo date, I just walked in and the wait time was only 45 minutes. Not bad, I thought, because I can go visit a bookstore meanwhile. New York City has many amazing independent bookstores and I go to a bookstore every time I'm in New York City.